Hey guys, it is Eileen Carlucci, and I am the author of the upcoming book, Your New Life Starts Now, which I am so excited is going to be launching this April, this coming April, late spring. And, I know most of you know me, but if you don't, I'm Eileen Carlucci. I am a lifestyle design coach. I am a speaker and a stylist. And I help women in midlife, 40 and 50 and beyond, to really live out their epic dreams and create a life that is fun and fabulous. So really to make this second chapter, everything and more, right? So every Monday, I started this about 6 weeks ago. I come on Monday at 7 o'clock on my personal page, and I created this Monday Mindset Reboot. And why I really wanted to do this Monday Mindset Reboot, we've had a lot going on in the world. It's a very heavy time. And I think, sometimes on Monday we get very overwhelmed with a week, that's ahead of us. So I really wanted to, set the tone of really thinking about your week and really being intentional about, how you want your week to look, your day to look. And by the end of the week, what have you accomplished, right? So, when I have this live every Monday, I have a topic. So every week I have a different topic and I share some really fun tips and tools. And I hope if you haven't seen some of my Monday Mindset Reboot lives, you can scroll down my page. Like I said, this is about the sixth one that I've done on Mondays. And so the topic this week, I had this idea, is legacy, right? So, I know a lot of you know, unfortunately, I lost my amazing mother-in-law this past week, actually last week. We buried her. She's such an incredible lady and, so good to me and to my kids always, and really to the world. She was an Army veteran, a lifelong nurse. She's a woman of faith. She loved to learn. She was a student. Loved people, such a big heart, just loved people. She could talk to anyone, loved events and, gatherings and celebrations. And she was a world traveler, right? And, I really thought about the legacy she was leaving behind that we were all going to carry on. And some of the things that I really learned from her and experiences. And it got me really thinking, as you see everyone, just surrounded in love, is saying goodbye to her and celebrating her life. I really thought about legacy, and I'm actually going to add a section in my book. In the very last chapter, I have be the CEO and leader of your life. And this is going to be the very last, part of the book. So, and the reason why I think it's so important to live your life in your legacy, instead of, and people may say, well, I'm not going to worry about, hey, Jennifer, I'm not going to worry about, thanks for watching. Hey, Jen, I'm not going to worry about my legacy while I'm still alive, right? But you really want to be intentional of how you live your life. You're living your legacy right now, right? And this is how people will remember you. Looking fantastic. Thank you. You always look fantastic too, but I'll take the compliment. Thanks, Jen. So that's what I really wanted to share. I have some really good tips on ways to really leave a great legacy and live your legacy now. And it's probably not what you think, right? So I don't know if you've heard of Stephen Covey, but if you haven't, he is the author of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And he recommends that you pretend that if you're really thinking about your legacy and how you want to leave this earth and what you want to contribute, to really think about being at your own funeral and what would people say about you, right? So how would they describe you? Think about it. What do you think they'll miss most about you? And I know this seems kind of morbid, you don't want to think about it, but it really is a really good exercise to do. What will they miss most about you, right? Whose lives will you have touched? And what lessons will you pass down to future generations? I know what my mother-in-law passed down to me and my dad. I carry that with me. I'll always carry that with me. what will your family remember you for, and what impact did you have in all the communities in your life, right? And if you don't want to think about a funeral, because sometimes we just don't want to think about that, you can think about like if it's your 90th birthday, right, or your 80th birthday, and you're looking back on your life and thinking about, what you accomplished, what you still want to do, right? Well, you have the time left. Really think about those things like, what did you contribute to the planet? And you don't want to have any regrets at that point. So this is what I want to offer right now about ways to leave an amazing legacy and like live your legacy now, okay? So I think the first thing, and if you want to jot these down, I've said this on other lives, and you always want to identify your strengths, right? Like really, what are you best at? And for me, like I would say a strength I have, I'm a really good connector of people. And I can be very neutral, like when I'm around two very strong personalities that are very different, I can be very neutral in that mix. So I just think that's like a really great strength of mine. And like, how can I use this strength out in the world? And it's really helped me as a coach too, because I can really empathize with someone. I'm easy to talk to. People trust me. So really think about those, those top strengths, because that's what's going to pull you, in your life by going forward with your strengths. Another thing is, really think about, and I don't know if anyone's heard of this book, but Dr. John Demartini, he talks about your values, and like not saying someone has good values, like their values on you, but the things you value the most, to really live your life being pulled by the things you value the most. Because the things you value the most are the things that are going to light you up, right? So I would really get present to the things that you value more than anything. Like I value my home, right? So like I kept my house after I got divorced, and people would say, "Why are you keeping that house?" Even though my kids are still coming and going, I value a home. Not everyone does. Like some people just maybe want to travel the world. They don't really care about a house, right? So you got to really think about the things you value, right? And really, a part of my coaching packages, we talk about your home and your surroundings and creating beauty, buying yourself flowers and taking out your gorgeous vase and using your china. That's like a part of my coaching, is something I value, right? So the next thing is I really suggest, as you're going through this journey through life, and this has been the key to my transformation, is to develop your skills and invest in yourself. You can never get enough of, if hire a coach or get a mentor or go to counseling or therapy or, sign up for some programs, or, if you're in a career path, continue to learn and grow and just keep investing in yourself, because, the more knowledge you have, the more you can pass on to other people, and the more you contribute to the world, and people really remember these contributions, right? And then you learn and grow as a person. You have a better life and a better quality of life when you're investing in you. And you want to be like the top in your field, right? So you just want to keep learning and growing. And, when you really know what you're doing, you feel good about yourself too, right? In a career or job. Another way, this is something that I'm doing and I'm really excited about, like leaving a legacy, write a book. Right? So, maybe it's something educational, maybe it's from a life experience, maybe it's a how-to, like something you really are great at. Like me, mine's about my midlife reinvention. And really that's my commitment. Like, when I became a coach, I said I want to be the top midlife reinvention coach in the world. And so my book is going with that. Thank you, Jen. I love all your little hearts. Thank you. So yeah, or even a blog. If you don't want to do, sometimes a book, it does take time and commitment and discipline. Maybe write a blog or, something where you're contributing. You can look back someday and go, wow, I did that. I helped a lot of people. I'm talking about myself being a coach. How about you? Have you ever thought of coaching, mentoring? That's, God, what a way to leave a legacy when you're, a coach for sports, or a mentor for someone. It's just incredible to share your gifts and talents with the world. Volunteering, right? That's something that's, you'll always be remembered for and will make such a difference for people when you show up and give your time, because that really means a lot, right? Because we're so busy and pressed for time, everyone knows that, and then you're showing up and giving your time. That's like the greatest gift. Start a business. It's a great way to leave a legacy, I will tell you. I'm actually going to do a live on that next week about my thoughts on starting a business. It's been the most amazing journey. Has not been easy, but it's been the most amazing journey. I've learned so much from it, right? And you get to contribute to other people's lives and your business. And I see Jen here, Jennifer Hocutt, who is an amazing mentor, coach, consultant, J. Hocutt Group. And I'll tell you what, she is contributing to lives and mine all the time. She's contributed to my lives in so many ways. So she's what we have in the entrepreneur world, we say business besties. And Jen and I we started our businesses around the same time, and we help and support each other. So, I love you, Jen. I have a few more. So how about, your alma mater, like giving to your college or your university, or, giving your time, right, to students or future students, right? That's always a good way to really leave your legacy behind. Start a program, a nonprofit, again, that's giving your time and helping in a massive way when you start a nonprofit. Leaving money to charity or something really special to your heart. And also, these are some just fun things, but like, how about family recipes, family heirlooms? Like, just think about your aunt or your grandmother's recipes that are passed down. Like, that's a legacy right there, right? And sometimes we say, oh my gosh, do we still have that recipe? Where is it? We get panicked, right? Because we have to make sure we have these amazing family traditions passed down. All right, back at you. Love you too. Make the world a brighter business besties always. Thank you, Jen. And you do too. You make the world a brighter place, I'll tell you. Love these ideas. So good. Good. Yeah, so we got to start living these, right? Like right now. Thank you. Share your passion, right? Like pursue your passions and then share them with other people, right? Because they may give sometimes people are like, I've heard people say when I've been coaching them, or just, I'm not sure what my passion is. I'm not sure what I want to do, right? And sometimes just sharing with someone else, they get a little like an idea or something like, wow, they see something a little differently. So I'd share your passions with everyone, because you never know what opens up for somebody. And most importantly, as I, get to the end of these tips, is spend time with people that are most important to you. Because, you can always make more money, right? We have jobs, and people are, we're centered around, in this world, we're centered around money and working, but you can always make more money, but you're never going to get more time, right? You're never going to get your time back. So make sure you put time in your calendar to spend time with people that, mean the most to you, because it's really important. We're not going to be here forever. So I wanted to end with that. And, being the best version of you is really, honoring your calling, honoring your calling to create, right? Pursuing your passion, pursuing your dreams, you're having that authentic desire to help others, right? So that's our legacy. That's our true legacy. And, I see a couple people watching, but I can't always see who it is. So I am sorry. I see Jen, but sometimes it's you just see a little eye and you don't know who it is. So I appreciate for all those who've joined in and all those watching the replay. And I also, hey, Carol, how are you? Hey, beautiful, how are you? And I wanted to share a few things in closing as well. We were just talking about legacy, and if you want to catch up on it, I left some really great tips on, how to start living your legacy right now while you're here on this planet, and leave all those amazing, your amazing contribution to the world, right? Really making your impact. But, I do have an amazing group. I have some ladies here watching that are in my Create a Life You Love Facebook group. So I'd love to invite you to join if you're not in the group. Come on over and join us. And every week in the group, and I'm going to share this with you all, I'm going to have a little special offer. Because I know with me, sometimes I'm looking for this certain thing, right? And somebody may just say it, and that's exactly what I need, right? So I have, coaching packages. Sometimes they're not what people need. Sometimes people don't want wardrobe, or they're not ready to do a whole big 6-month coaching package and put that kind of time in, right? So I'm going to every week have some really great little offers posting in my group, and I'm sharing on this live tonight. And so this offer that I have is really, it's a really cool offer because it's really about spring cleaning your mindset, and like really spring cleaning where you're ready to make like a boss move. Like, you know what? I just uncovered a lot and I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff that's holding me back right now. So if you're in a place right now where you feel like your mindset's not great and you're really like ready to live that legacy, make your impact, and get out of your own way, I have a special offer. It's a 45 to 1 hour call, 45 minutes to 1 hour call, could be 45 to 1 hour. It's $75. And I don't ever offer, it's really a no-brainer price. So if you're interested, reach out and let me know. I have 10 spots open. And every week I'm going to be doing this. And it may be something that you say, you know what, I need that. Maybe it's not this, but next week I'll have something else. I'm going to offer intensives and some really great things for great prices, because like right now we all really need, we need support right now. We have a lot going on in this planet. Every day we have a lot coming at us, and we all need someone to talk to, and sometimes we're not sure how to navigate a fresh start, or how to really take the steps to elevate your life to the next level. And that's where a coach comes in, right? So I've done it before myself, and believe me, I'm not perfect. I have my days, my ups and downs and highs and lows, but I've had a lot of training, and I feel really lucky that I get to pull from that. Or I have other coaches that, can clear me, and, and I can get my headspace, pretty quickly, out of my funk, right? So that's the beauty of coaching. You can really just kind of rewire your mindset a little and see things differently. And that's what I want to share tonight. So remember, I'm going to put the link for the group. If you're interested in the spring cleaning mindset, make the boss move call, let me know. And I'm going to be here on Wednesday. I'm going to be interviewing Anna Reeves, who is another coach. She is absolutely amazing. She is going to talk about hypnotherapy and what she does with coaching. She is a CEO of Tiny Chefs. She's also an amazing coach for moms, for single moms. And I recently did a hypnotherapy session with her. Incredible. So we're going to share about the power of hypnotherapy, and I'm going to share what I got out of it. And so that'll be on Wednesday at 7 o'clock. So if you're interested in hypnotherapy and listening to this amazing, powerful lady who's really making her mark in the world, being a single mom of 3 girls and have 2 businesses. She's really amazing and just providing so much. So that's at 7 o'clock, but I'll advertise that a little. I'll put something up to remind you. And I hope everyone is, again, thanks for joining in tonight. And I hope everyone has a super evening and a super week to come. And if I can help you in any way, reach out to me. Love you guys. Thanks for joining in. Bye.